Sadhguru Nath Maharaj Ki Jai, and welcome to Jagadambe Reads the Holy Books of India, Bhaktavijaya301. As you may remember, we were about to hear the story of Mrityunjaya Swami, which was so shocking I almost didn't want to read it, but it's got some good points. So here we go. The King Shanta Brahmani. In the preceding chapter, there was the extraordinary story of the God-loving Bhakta Damaji Pant. In his distress, the husband of Rukmini came to his help at once. At Bedar, there was a king by the name of Shanta Brahmani. After ruling many days, he came to the knowledge of the value of indifference to earthly things. If you ask me how this was brought about, then listen carefully to the following story. Taking his wife upstairs, he held a conversation with her. Both had on them garlands of many kinds of flowers and sandalwood paste. They were brilliant garments they wore, ornaments and adornments. Being without any fear, both lived enjoying themselves. Around them, they had placed servants to guard the palace. While sitting at the window, they had sugar and bananas brought, which they ate with pleasure. As they peeled the bananas, they threw the skins down on the path. Suddenly, a crazy, weak beggar came there and began to eat the peelings. The queen, seeing the beggar there, pointed him out to her lord with her hand and said, "I do not understand how he could come there when entrance was forbidden." Hearing these words of his wife, King Shanta Brahmani became very angry. Calling the doorkeepers, he said to them, "I have placed you at the entrance door in order that you may not allow anyone to come into the palace grounds. How is it that this crazy beggar has come inside?" Thus speaking, he began to beat the doorkeepers, all of whom came to the beggar and attacked him with kicks and blows. The king asked the beggar why he laughed. The beggar paid no attention to his pain, but began to laugh. Shanta Brahmani, seeing it, simply wondered in his mind. The king said to his messengers, "Do not strike him." King Shanta Brahmani was moved to emotion by the beggar's pain, and he began to cry. The king then questioned the beggar and said, "As the doorkeeper was beating you, how is it you began to laugh? Tell me quickly." To this question of the king, the beggar replied, "I laughed at my karma, seeing how strangely odd it was. If I was punished so severely for taking merely such a small bit of banana peel, what will be your future? And therefore I was wondering, by coming into the palace grounds, I was punished so severely. Then I am deeply concerned about you who regularly sleeps in this palace. If by tasting the banana peelings with my tongue, my karma causes me to be kicked, I cannot think what punishment you will have, you who eat the inside pulp. If a fish in swallowing a bait of lifeless flour meets its death, then who can measure the consequence to the person who takes life and makes a living upon it? The thought of your future pain made me laugh." Hearing what this beggar said, the king's heart changed at once. The king, in penitence, retires to a forest. Feeling repentant, he discarded all his kingdom and wealth, and without anyone knowing of it, he went into a great forest. There, King Shanta Brahmani, sitting alone, became exceedingly sorrowful. "I'm living by myself like an unfortunate person without the support of saints. I do not know how to worship God. Sadhguru Nath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you for coming. I hope you come again.